Kart. Here we go! All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Ruben's Crazy back with Ice Mage 25.
Ah, dude, it's been so fucking long.
Yeah, it's been a long holiday season. That's what it's
You
been.
telling me?
And it's still going.
Man, dude, just between the holiday shopping and work and a bunch of other shit that's going on in the world, it's fucking hectic as shit. But like, you know what? I'm glad we actually had the opportunity to come back again and just trying to have a good time and just catching up.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh man.
I finally got a
So
I got a well-deserved haircut.
you're telling me, shit. Oh man. Give me 6 more months. This thing is gonna be long as fuck. It's gonna go like up to here, slick back. It's gonna be parted away. Oh man.
Kind of like how I had it then.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, though, with mine's like when I part it back, it goes literally like it covers my ears.
Okay, that was me maybe last year, not this year.
Yeah, so like the longest I've never cut my hair was like maybe 9 months, and like it got like my hair grows thick. So
What did you get, a fro or
thick.
something?
No. Oh fuck! You think I could grow a fucking fro? Are you kidding me?
Why not?
I mean, it's possible if I did it a certain way, I guess. But like, no, not really. I just kind of let it grow. I just didn't really give a shit at the time
The
because,
longest
like,
the longest I let it grow was like down to here.
oh, you you got discipline to grow that kind of fucking hair. I can't do that for shit.
I barely had it for a year. Like I think it was almost a year, and then I couldn't take it anymore, and then I had to cut it.
I there's no way. There's no way I can let my hair grow that long because, like, one, it would be a hassle. Two, it would be so hard to maintain. So like there's no way I could fucking do it. There's no way.
And plus,
So
I like combs too much. They're easy to put in your pocket and take out and fix your hair in public if you need to.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
But when
So
I had my hair that long, I needed a what is it, a Conair brush. I'm like, I can't put that in my pocket.
oh man. So it's been, I want to say, almost a month.
Almost a month, yes.
Yeah. Which has been so it's so weird cuz like when we first started this, like we kind of just did it on a whim out of nowhere, and
Yeah.
like now it's like, and we were doing it every weekend, and it was like, I mean, it was great. It was fantastic. Now that like a month has passed, and it's like, man, it's like just time goes by, I guess, or
Yeah,
life
no,
goes.
it doesn't feel like it was like a month ago that we did a podcast. It feels like it was like maybe 2 weeks tops, but
Yeah,
it's double that. Huh?
yeah. But then again, like 2021 has been a strange year for all of us, so it's like,
It's a slow recovery for everybody.
oof, shit. So, since we're back on this podcast, now usually we do it on the Saturdays, but this week is kind of special for us because, well, this is my vacation time, so and this is the only time that me and him can do this at the same moment.
That's
So I
true.
thought, so I called him up and said, "Hey, this week is my vacation time. Do you want to do the podcast? Because I gotta go back and work on the weekends.
That's true.
Are you down?" And I was like, and he said, "Yeah." So this is our podcast for the week, and then next week, hopefully, we can, we'll see what happens.
Otherwise, then it'll actually be real easy for me to pick any day of the week usually, as long as it falls under for both of us.
Yeah, definitely. So, since the hiatus, I wanted to bring up the question that I guess we always brought up is, what have you been playing
Do
during
you
that
you
time?
want to you want to go first, or should I go first?
Depends how long your list is.
It's not that long. I've mostly been playing Animal Crossing. So
Animal Crossing. I can't get into that game. Like,
I don't
I
blame
remember
you.
when like, it's kind of like, I think the best way to explain it was like, you just basically become a character, create your home, gather resources, and you just go around and just fucking just do stupid shit for no reason. Well, not really stupid. It's more like
That
just
is stupid
make.
shit.
Yeah, I didn't
I ain't
have.
taking offense to that.
No, it's just like you just go around and fuck around. That's it. And I was like, I kind of do that in real life. Like I don't really, I don't really need to do that in a game. So
I mean,
yeah, what else?
I've been playing it since the GameCube, so you know
Oh fuck.
I've played every installment, and I've enjoyed a lot of things, hated a lot of things. But I'm the same about Animal Crossing. I ain't gonna get into a whole spiel about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I played Animal Crossing. I think I've dabbed into a little Mario Kart. Well, that was back with you though.
Ooh.
Let's see. I'm spacing here. I mean, like I haven't really touched any new games. It's been a hectic holiday season. I've mostly been looking into Deltarune lore every now and again, but not playing so much. I really wanted to play more of that Ninja Turtle game, but I just haven't had the drive to do it. But like there's times I want to play it offline and just finish it without streaming it, but I'm like, you know what? I already started it, on a stream. So I want to finish. Oh yeah, and of course I played Super Mario RPG last week. I
Ah
forgot about
yeah.
that. I almost
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah. I saw
But
the stream for that one.
yeah, it was. I had to part two it because I had stuff going on. But I really wanted to stream because even then it was 3 weeks we haven't streamed, so it was like radio silence on my channel. So I had to stream something, and I wanted to continue it so I can get on to play Paper Mario for the Switch. But that ain't gonna happen until I finish Super Mario RPG. I want to be consistent with it.
Yeah. Have you heard any problems about the Super Mario?
Paper
For
Mario?
the Paper Mario.
So far, no, but I haven't been looking for them, to be totally frank.
Okay. I was just making sure because, like, with the whole lag and audio problems and audio syncing and
Yeah,
whatnot.
I mean, originally Paper Mario was developed for the Nintendo 64 DD system way back in the day, and they had to downscale it back to a regular N64 cart. So I'm honestly surprised I haven't heard any YouTubers or anybody really make any complaints about it. I mean, how can you really screw up a pop-up book? Can you really tell the bad graphical ness of a game that's literally a pop-up book? I've only heard people complain about like the super 3D games that are currently on the service anyway, like Star Fox, Zelda, especially Mario 64, Mario Kart. But I didn't hear nobody complain about Dr. Mario 64 because that's another pop-up book, basically. Or it uses sprites still, like kind of like the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and to some extent, Paper Mario does use some 3D modeling, but it's very two-dimensional that it already looks fake. So I don't think you really can complain too much about it.
So what else?
That's basically all I've been playing. But I have not touched Paper Mario yet. I'm waiting till I finish Mario RPG.
Oh, okay. So for me, it's been kind of eclectic, really. I've been uh, playing recently on my Switch more than my PS4. So, and I know a lot of people are like, "But you guys are PlayStation fans." I'm like, yeah, pretty much, yeah. But like, it for me, I was like, excuse me.
It's
I
contagious.
Yeah, tell me about it. I've been neglecting my Switch for quite some time, and I thought, you know what? I bought these games like during the time that we've had this hiatus, and I thought, you know what? They're in store, they're in stock. Let me get them and play them for nostalgia's sake. So I think I probably already told you this. I got so what I've been playing is Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2.
Oh, there's actually a physical version of that.
Oh yeah, I thought it was only digital. No, there's a physical version.
That's what I thought too.
Oop, shit.
Actually, I saw you were playing that the other night. We were playing games around the same time, but of course, Nintendo doesn't have a messaging system, so I couldn't say, "Hey, what up,
Yeah,
bro?"
that's the weird thing. Like how can you not have a messaging system?
Oh no, there's a reason for that, but we're not going to talk about that tonight.
Oh, okay, okay. Like I wasn't aware of it at the time. But I was like,
They've tried that. Okay, fine. We'll touch on it a little bit. They tried that with the 3DS with swap notes, and for some reason, perverts have to be perverts, and they got to send crude images.
oh, because of the stylus stick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But there's no stylus stick for this, so like, why would you?
Oh, hey Sarah. I have got the physical copy of Final Fantasy X too. Oh, nice. Well,
Nice.
it's news to me.
I mean, they had the physical version for the PS4, but like
Of course
they didn't have
they
it.
did. They have to have
Yeah,
it for there.
of course. But like at the time, like I couldn't find it in stores, so I was waiting patiently for it to come out because
Mhm.
like I've played this game before, but for me, uh, Final Fantasy X is a game that I I love Final Fantasy. I really do. The problem is that with Final Fantasy games, I always have this really uh, horrible. I don't want to call it an addiction, but horrible habit of not being able to finish a game, especially when it comes to Final Fantasy. Like even with the Legend of Zelda series, like I've played them, but I never finished them. Like the farthest I've ever gone on a Legend of Zelda game, I never bought it, but I came pretty close. Was Twilight Princess. And
That
that one, like that
where
one,
Sorry, where did you get stuck? I got to know where you got stuck.
uh, you know what? I don't know. I know I didn't defeat Van Zant.
Okay.
So like the Twilight King dude.
Okay. It's
I know I didn't fight him yet, but I got to a point in the game uh where Midna uh basically gave you the ability to switch between Link and Wolf Link at will.
Oh yeah, without having to go to the Twilight and being forced into a wolf and staying there and having to go catch bugs to be human again.
Yeah, but for me, it was because I wanted to catch the pose,
Right.
the ghost dudes. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to catch those because I remember if you collect a certain amount, you can get like uh piece of heart, rupee, stuff like that. And I wanted to start collecting those,
Right.
but like at some point, I completely forgot where I was supposed to go, and so I was just fucking around all over Twilight, not Twilight, all over Hyrule with it, and I was like, "Fuck, where was I supposed to go?" And I completely forgot that there was a hint bar that you could press to let you know where to go. But unfortunately, I never beat that. And with that game, I didn't own it at the time. I was renting it at my local game store. You know, back then when you could rent physical games.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I've been playing Final Fantasy X and 10-2, and then I finally found a copy of this game, Super Mario
Oh
3D All
wow.
Stars. Yeah, but here's the thing: the only copy they had was pre-owned, so I was like, I gotta get it. Like, this is probably the only chance I'm going to get it, and so I bought the game at the store. But here's the funny part: front part looks pretty okay.
Let me guess. You got a display box, don't you?
Oh no! This is the actual box that it
Okay.
came with.
Okay.
But here's the other side.
Oh.
It looked like someone tried to feed this through a paper shredder, and it didn't quite go in all the way.
I mean,
Instead,
I
it just
I don't think that looks like it's water damage, not a paper shredder.
but that's the thing. Like, I think it is water damage. But the thing is, though, like, it looked like someone tried to put it in a paper shredder, but instead of the paper going in, it like the shredder ate just the skin of the paper, and so like now it looks like it's all chewed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, what the hell happened to this? And they were like, I don't know. It just came in like this. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? Just give me the
Where?
display one and just replace it with this. It's like, yeah, unfortunately, we don't have an extra one. I was like, this is what we have. Like, all right, fine.
Well, you got the game. I mean,
Yeah.
the best I can do for you is see if I can find mine, scan the thing, and set one up to go set one an order for you at Staples for them to print you a nice glossy finished
hey,
one.
you know what? I appreciate that, but you don't have to do it. You know,
Well,
like
you're already on it.
yeah, no, this is fine. I'm fine with this.
Okay.
So I picked this up and I wanted to originally start Super Mario 64,
Uh-huh.
but I was like, you know what? I've played it, but it wasn't the one that it wasn't the reason. It wasn't the one game that I wanted to play for this because like I wanted to get a physical copy of this, but at the time Nintendo was having a sale on a digital copy on their
Mhm.
store. So because scalpers or just trying to maximize profits or whatever the case may be. And I was like, you know what? I've played a demo of Super Mario Galaxy. I've played Super Mario 64, but I didn't play Super Mario Sunshine.
Ooh.
That was the game that I completely missed because I was like, you know what? I've never seen this harness, like this water pumping harness thing that he carries around, and like I've seen videos of like what it looks like. I remember when I had the Nintendo Power magazines back in the day.
Mhm.
Remember those things? Ooh, those were the days. Uh, yeah. So popped in this game, played Super Mario Sunshine, and I have to admit, I'm actually enjoying it, which is a weird thing to say because controls wise, it's not bad. The only problem that I have with it is that you have modes between the nozzle and like the hydro pack. So
Right.
basically, top part is the nozzle where you can just shoot the water,
Mhm.
and the hydro pack is basically you can just jet uh from the ground.
Right.
But the problem is that when you're using the nozzle, you could do it. You could use it in one of two ways. You could just spray water and then just walk around with it, which is great. But if you're trying to aim at a certain place and be stationary, that becomes a bit of a hassle because like there's no reticule of like where you're trying to shoot the water. So I'm basically going off like the middle of my screen and just shooting it from there and hoping I don't miss. And so it's kind of annoying because the camera doesn't focus on his back. It focuses exactly where you stand.
Oh yeah.
So like instead of it like if I'm trying to spray water at a piece of paint that's like covered in a piranha plant that's basically covered in paint, and like I'm trying to spray it in the mouth in order to kill this thing.
Mhm.
Instead of that, it's like, okay, you want to go and try to aim at his face? It's like, okay, great, but like the camera won't go to his back to where I could see the nozzle and hit him. And so like I literally am like standing there, and I'm using the stick while I'm shooting to like adjust the spray angle, and
Mhm.
like that for me is like a little annoying.
Have you tried
But
messing with the settings to invert
yeah,
the
that's what I
control?
did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did, and like I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, or like I'll probably like again, this didn't come with a manual, so
There's no manual, even if it didn't have water damage or paper shredder, PTSD.
I guess that's one way you could call it. No, but what you call it? So yeah, playing that Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. And then I think I told you this. My brother finally got a PS5. He got it through a friend.
Nice.
So and the first game I played on there with him is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and
Mm-hmm. How is it?
dude, it's good. It's like it's a single player only game, which is right up my alley. And my brother was like, "Hey, dude, come on over. I'm gonna need your help with some of these stuff because I can't figure out where the fuck to go." And like again, he bought it like digital. He didn't buy a physical one. Like he has a physical PS5, but not a digital. But he bought it online. So I played it. We started taking turns. Dude, the game is a lot of fun. It really is. Like, just
I should have taken the chance. I wanted to, but I'm like I don't have that much income to just throw away on a new video game that I'm gonna shelve for a few months.
yeah, I understand that feeling completely. But I went to so I go over his place and like we both play this game because like there are things like he doesn't know, there are things that I don't know, on them, but we try to help each other out in this campaign. And dude, it's a lot of fun. It really is. Like the humor is more or less the same like what you see in the movies in the MCU Marvel MCU movies. Like the humor is there, like just the way they banter and talk to each other, the way that certain dialogues of like how they talk about certain items, certain people, certain things that are going on in the world, and like, dude, it's the game is so fucking funny. It really is. Like, I kid you not, there's a special mode in there called Huddle Up, and basically you hit the dude, it gets fucking hilarious. Like, you hit the left and right triggers at the same time. A special meter fills up in an arrow, and you press the left and right triggers together, and it's like, guys, huddle up, and he's holding a Walkman. All right, this is some old school shit, like an actual like cassette player. And he's like, everyone, guys, huddle up, and they all huddle together into the screen, and they're like, some of them are like, and they all vary depending on like what the circumstances is. So like, let's say you're surrounded by enemies, and like the huddle up is basically a brief moment of invulnerability. So like you can't take damage for a certain amount of time, so you get a lot of protection for it. But the problem is that when you do that, you I don't say it's a problem, but like while you're summoning this, like basically you'll get dialogue from two or three other people, and like one contradicts the other one. But the thing is though, depending on which side you pick, you'll get different types of dialogue, and all of them are fucking funny. Like if you tell like one moment like Drax and Gamora are like saying, we should be out there fighting, and then Rocket and Groot is like, no, we should be taking turns, this that, and depending on which side you pick, we'll ultimately pick the next set of dialogue that they're going to say. Sometimes they won't always agree with you, and
Mhm.
sometimes they'll just talk mad shit for no reason. Or like sometimes you'll just bring up something from like the menus, like when you're talking in these dialogues, and like they're like, I don't get what that means, but okay, let's go. And then they just walk away. And it's one of the funniest things ever. And the soundtrack is, it's pure 80s music. So, like, you have Tears for Fears, you have Billy Idol, you have.
Oh, that's not gonna be a streamable game then. I'll be striked with every DMC copyright every time I play.
Dude, like, but here's the thing it only works if you do it one of two ways. You activate the huddle up command, or if you're in the Milano, that's their ship, and
Hmm.
you go to the desktop, click on it, and then you can select from a selection of 80 songs. Now, the Star Lord's songs, which is the jacket that he carries and calls himself, is based off the band that he saw when he was a little kid, and so that is all original music for
That's
the game.
fun.
So that's not copywritten stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, but yeah, the game is fucking awesome. It's so much fun. Oh man, it's just it's great. It's fantastic. Um, so yeah, that and now I've played this game, but I've played it at my brother's place because his like because I he's not a big gamer as I am.
And he got a
You know,
PlayStation 5. Oh, wow.
I know. No, but here's the thing: like when he got his PlayStation 5, he got it through a friend because it was so hard to find online. Like I've been looking online for fucking months. He's been looking
Damn.
online for fucking months. Like we can't find it, and we live in a place that's not very like it's not like an inner city or like a big name town. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so one will just probably roll into town here and there.
Yeah, hopefully. But like, so now this game that I'm going to be starting to soon play. I've played this at my brother's place, and it's really good. And he's not a big survival horror fan, but this game in particular, he has played. I want to say he told me like it's the only game that I've ever played from start to finish and beat multiple times. And I was like, really? It's like, and this game is, this game is like you could play it also in VR from beginning to end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So and he gave this to me, and look at this right here, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I cannot wait to start this one. I haven't touched it. I have played it, but I want to do it on my system because we've been playing on his system. But other than that,
Has he been
yeah,
playing? He was playing with the VR, I'm guessing?
no, he doesn't have the VR. He wanted to buy the VR, but he couldn't find any for the PS4. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, like getting a VR is kind of hard, especially for the PlayStation, especially for the PS4 in particular. I think
Yeah.
the PS5 you could probably get, but the PS4 version is like I don't know, like it's kind of hard to come by, much like the PS5. But
Yeah.
like I digress.
Well, the PlayStation 4 VR was like what, 2017 technology or 2018 technology?
Yeah, but it still works.
I know it
Like,
does, which is why which is why Sony made an adapter to make it still fully compatible with the PlayStation 5. You just got to, give your VR headset number to Sony, and they will mail you a adapter free of charge, I think, or just pay shipping, something like that.
Oh, okay. No, but yeah, that's all I've been playing. So,
Okay, I'm like, phew, he didn't touch the Origami King.
uh, not in a while. No,
Wait,
like
you've touched it?
no, I told you I've played it.
Oh, you did play it. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So,
yeah, I told you.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you did play it. Okay.
yeah. So like, the game is good,
Hmm.
but
But
but the combat is not something you want to bring home. You know what I mean? The combat takes some getting used to for me, and I'm not a big fan of it. But at the same time, I guess it's an acquired taste, really, because like it's different. Don't get me wrong, which is not a bad thing, but it's like it just feels like a fucking hassle to play.
well, I guess for you, it's like drinking a root beer then.
And you know what's the crazy part? I love root beer.
Okay, bad example.
Yeah.
A Dr. Pepper.
I love Dr. Pepper as well. So,
Okay,
but
a Sprite.
only when I'm sick.
Well, there you go. That's a good example.
Man.
When you're sick game. That's Paper Mario Origami King, Color Splash, and Sticker Star.
Yeah. But other than that, like the game's not bad. It's just
It looks good.
It does. It really looks good for what it's worth. But here's the thing. I wasn't really worried much about the graphics as much as just the gameplay. Like that's my main concern.
That's my main concern too.
But the battle system is something that I'm still trying to get used to. Like I've only done like maybe 4 or 5 battles with it, and majority of them were just tutorials of like how to like position, because like you fight in a ring.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like moving rings, but for the people at home.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh
this.
yeah, true. Right.
Yeah. So like you're basically in a circle, and outside that circle are like a set of rings, and if you line up the circles at a certain way, certain attacks will get an extra damage boost. So, like, for example, if you line up, let's say, middle circles here, and you have 4 outer ring circles here, you could take the circles and move them around. But if the enemy is on a certain circle, if you line up certain circles where all the enemies are lined up in a specific way, you can do extra damage depending on what attack you use. So, like, if there's one enemy on each outside ring, and you turn the rings to the point where all the enemies are lined up perfectly, and you start to do a jump attack, the jump attack will jump on top of every single enemy, but it will also give you extra damage points if you hit a certain button the moment it occurs on screen, which will give you extra damage, you know? Or like if you have the hammer, if you have 4 enemies that are like stuck together on a small circle in one of the outer rings, but like they're clumped up together in like a square shape pattern, you could grab the hammer, slam it on them, and then do extra damage because they're all nearby instead of like in a straight line, you know? So like there's plus and minuses to the battle system, and I'm assuming they did this because they wanted to try something different instead of just going back to what came before, because like it's still turn based, but like the way they did this turn based is something that I am not a fan of, you know. But other than that, the game's not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
I respect that opinion. I mean, a lot of people have said that it's not that bad, but it's still not Paper Mario.
I know.
Hold
Like,
on,
trust me, I play.
There's a motorcycle outside. I can hear it. I've been trying to like mute and unmute myself. I apologize for that.
No, that's fine. No, but yeah, like the game's not bad. It's just that I guess it's an acquired taste if that's your kind of thing to do. But other than that, yeah, that's what I've been playing this whole time.
Okay. All right. So that's basically what we've been playing. So unfortunately, I'm a filthy casual and he's a hardcore gamer.
I wouldn't exactly call myself a hardcore gamer, because if that were the case, I would have told you how much I've played the Souls games, and like those are hardcore gamers.
Well, that's true.
Like, yeah, like I don't even know if I have the patience to do that one. So, but okay, so to move on to the next topic, the one I don't know if I would really call it a topic, but I would call it basically. Sorry, I was trying to check something out really quick. Basically, so the holidays are basically next week during the time of this recording, and I decided, you know what, I wanted to get a gift for you, and because it's been so long since we've met each other, talked to each other, all this, that, and hung out and whatnot, and since I've moved from my previous place to where I live now, there's no way we can come and visit.
That's true. Not easily.
So, yeah. So I thought, you know what? I asked you to give me your address because I wanted to send you some stuff because it was the holidays. Not just because of our friendship, but also because, we started doing this podcast and we started getting more in touch with
one another, I guess.
Yeah, for like this podcast and whatnot. Because it's very rare for a person to have friends that we could go and visit, but then once you move from out of the state that they all live in, to come together and just hang out and have a good time. So I thought that, since it's the holidays, why not get you a gift or several gifts? So I sent a package to you about a week ago, and I sent it to you, and I let you know that I got a package sent to you. So, I was wondering if you still have, if it ever came in the mail.
And it did.
Okay. Now, the caveat that I came up with was that when we do this podcast, I wanted you to open it in front of everyone
And
on here.
I shall. I still have not peeked or anything. It's still sitting right there, and
So,
I've evaded all temptation.
okay, so that's good. That's good. So I want you to. So I asked him, "Hey, since we're going to do this podcast, can you open it up in front of everyone for the world to see? Because this gift that I bought you was something that I knew that you would not only love, but it shows my appreciation for how much you love it. You know, so
Okay, okay.
that was for me the gift of not just our friendship, but knowing that I know you. You know what I mean? So yeah, go right on ahead and open it up.
All right, I shall. I shall. There it is. Totally not from Amazon.
No, yeah. For context, the box is not from Amazon. The box is from uh my brother's place. Like he has like a bunch of open boxes that he got for packages that he ordered from Amazon, and like he didn't throw them away. So I was like, "Hey, can you give me that box so I can send this package to my buddy of mine?" And he's like, "Oh, okay, sure." And the problem was like there was like 3 different sizes of boxes that I didn't know which one to get, so I grabbed the biggest one.
Oh
That's
wow.
why the box you have is so fucking huge.
I think the last time I had a box this big was when we got litter. There we go. Teensy little knife. This little thing.
Dude, get yourself a real knife.
Now
All right,
that's a knife.
that's a knife, mate.
All right, let's see.
So, you're gonna love it.
Okay, I could see stuff through camera, but I gotta look at. Oh, what the hell's this? Let me see.
I'll give you a brief explanation of everything that's in there. So,
Okay. Oh wow. Hold on. Oh damn. Okay. Oh wow.
okay, yeah. So that's a 3-piece set. It's a mug,
Okay.
keychain, and a magnet, I believe, in there,
So
or as a pin.
Oh wow. That's 3 things in one.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, I see it. Okay, that's one. One item down. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, let's get this other big guy out of the way. Oh wow.
That is a Super Mario Kart lamp.
Light bulb not included. Luckily, I do have.
Unfortunately,
it's okay.
No, here's the. I thought about putting a lamp, a lamp light in there, but the problem is that when I was going to send it, I didn't know if it would hold, much less if it would like bounce around or whatnot. So I was like, I don't want to risk putting in like shards and you checking out like, oh my god.
If I hear jingling in there, I know it's Christmas time. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, what else is in here? Hold on, there's another thing in here.
Yeah, that's the last item. Now, I'm sure you've heard of loot crates. Yes?
Yes, I have heard of loot crates, and
okay,
I see this is Super Mario themed.
Yeah, that's a Super Mario themed kind of loot crate. So basically, inside there is an assortment of items that is based off the very first Super Mario Brothers game.
Okay.
So there's shot glasses, I think coasters. I think there's probably a shirt in there. I'm not sure.
Oh, there's a beanie in here.
Yeah, beanie and like assorted items in there.
Oh, coasters. Finally, I can get rid of those Bud Light coasters that I had from Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, so.
Well, thanks, man. Oh, there's a throw blanket in here. Oh, should I open this?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, let me open this. There's nothing else in here. Okay. I don't want to break anything. Okay, cool. I don't think I need the knife for that one.
Yeah, I bought something like this. This one in particular I bought in at Target. Like I was just I was just rambling about in the gaming section, and I realized like they had like a bunch of loot boxes. They had like one that was like Walking Dead, one was PlayStation, and then they had a Super Mario one. I was like, holy shit, I gotta get this, and it was like $30. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna send it to you, and I hope you like it. You know,
You know,
and it looks like you
this
do.
this isn't even bad. I could even display the box if I wanted to. Hold on. There we go. Oh, here we go. And here's the Bowser beanie.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Again, it
30,
shows my
30% off coupon from the manufacturer, but that's not part of the set. A sliding pin. I'm guessing you can slide Mario in and out of the pipe.
I honestly don't know.
I think that's what they mean. Like you can move Mario up and down. Let me see. Can I? I'll take it out of the plastic in a minute. A coaster set right here. Let's see how many are in here. Two. Let's see. Oh, well, a set. That's two. Duh. Okay, and they have corkboard, and it has the ending of the game. Let's see. Oh, and oh, I did it backwards, but how would I know? The climax of the game. Okay. Awesome. I think I'll keep the climax of the game. And
Crazy.
I gotta see what's in the what is it the mug set, but I figured let's do the big guy first. A weekend bag. What is a weekend bag? I don't know what that is.
I honestly don't know either. I'm assuming it's just something that you could just like put stuff in, and like if you want to put it in a bag or something.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, I see what kind of bag this is. Hold on. I think I do at least. Hold on. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. It's like a duffel bag almost.
Yeah,
Kind of.
pretty much.
All right, cool. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty spacious. Nice. Thank you. And then here's the blanket. Oh. Oh. And silica gel. It says don't eat it, but it's actually delicious.
You know, someone's got to watch this one day and be like, "Hey, I heard him say that it was delicious. Maybe I should try it." And I'm like, "No, silica gel is not good." As a PSA. Yeah, and there's a giant ass blanket.
I wouldn't say it's very giant ass, but it'd make a great flag to hang on the wall.
Yeah.
Or I could use it as a runner on my couch, just to protect
I
the
mean,
leather.
hey, it's whatever, man. I'm just glad you like it.
Because I am extra fluffy. But I like it. It could be used as a blanket if I grab it from the couch. I'm like, I'm cold.
Yeah.
I really do like that lamp, though. I gotta display that somewhere where it could be used for lamp purposes. Okay. For now, let's just put you back behind me. I usually try to keep the back area decluttered as much as possible. No. Oh. I saw that tilting back and forth. Oh, I'm wearing Donkey Kong pajama bottoms.
Oh, nice, nice.
Okay.
I thought it was Bowser.
No, unfortunately, I wish. It was $10 at the Burlington Coat Factory. Oh, here's a vinyl decal of Super Mario, not regular Mario. I like that. I don't know where I'm going to put that just yet. Maybe on my computer. It's too big for my Switch, and the last time I put Nintendo memorabilia on a PlayStation, I got Yellow Light of Death, so I'm not going to repeat that again and anger the PlayStation gods. I put the Triforce on my PlayStation 3.
Holy shit. That's equivalent to the mark of death.
All right, and this is the last thing. It's the pint glass, actually, and it too has the same climax of the game.
Yeah.
Nice. Now let's see. Is this thing dishwasher friendly or is it hand wash only?
It should be dishwasher friendly.
Does it
I
say it
could be
on?
wrong, but whatever.
Let's check the glass. Hold on. It says non microwavable, not safe for microwave. So if that's the case, it's probably not dishwasher safe. You know, for the sake of keeping it pristine, I'll only hand wash this thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's not these Dollar Tree glasses. Thank you.
I would have to assume it's a collectible. So.
All right, the last thing for me to check. You know, I should totally put on that beanie. Let me see how it looks on me. See if it fits my fat head.
See? Boom. There you go.
Whoop. There we go. I feel like Dashy. You know Dashy?
Or not really.
Oh,
I was about to say Parappa the Rapper, but
okay, Parappa the Rapper. Okay, I am now impersonating Dashy XP. Look him up. I am.
Oh, I will.
I am a super mushroom version of him. He's the short little guy, but I'm a big guy, más grande, as he would understand. Or let's see. Oh wow. Okay, you know what? I think I actually do have a regular super mushroom keychain. So now that'll go perfect together with this. And oh, this is another coaster. So that's two I actually like this coaster. What is it to be? It's bright, it's vibrant, and it's good for when I'm in the dark. So this will be my computer coaster, and those two will be for my guests. So this will be my personal coaster. And I actually do have a collection of Mario mugs. So this is definitely.
Oh, really?
Yes, I only have two other ones here. One is actually Lauren's, but I like to think of it as mine eventually one day. Because she is my fiance. Okay, this is a really cool. I like the design of this mug. It's very.
Well, it's it's one of the reasons why I got it for you is because I know that you're such a huge fan of Super Mario.
Oh, that I am, and this is only these are all things I can actually use too. It's not like well, I never wear beanies. I'll be honest with you, I never wear beanies. I never wear hats, but I will wear this from time to time.
Well, again, it's like not just because you're a Mario fan, but when it comes to gifts, I don't buy gifts just for the sake of friendship. I buy it because it also has a practical use to it. So
that too.
That's why when I bought all this stuff, I noticed they had like coasters, keychains, stickers, blankets, bags, stuff that you can actually use on a daily basis. At least that's my logic of my way of thinking. And
this hat is surprisingly snug, and I like it.
Good. I would hope so.
I think I'm gonna wear it for the remainder of the stream.
Hey, that's awesome, dude. I'm so glad you like everything.
Okay. I'll definitely be having some. Wait, what time? No, it's too late for coffee. Sad.
Dude, it's never too late for coffee.
Yes.
Never. No, never too late for coffee. I'll tell you why. Because usually on the weekends, besides doing this podcast, I hang out with my brother, and we have coffee literally right after dinner time. So
okay, Bustello's an exception. Bustello's a very strong, literally exception.
Well, I've never had Bustelo, so I'm going to take your word for it. That's very strong.
It's an espresso.
Oh, fuck that! No. For me, I'll take regular coffee. Espressos, hell no. I know I'll be up until like 6 a.m, and then I gotta go to work for like the next 3 hours. Fuck that.
I gotta do some cleaning up after we get off this stream.
Yeah, like it just I can't. Fuck. Last time I took espresso, it was like It was many years ago, and like I took like a small shot glass of it, and that thing fucking destroyed me, utterly destroyed me. Like I was on the train, I felt my stomach just churning inside. I was like, "Oh no, please! I don't want to shit myself on this fucking train." And I'm wearing jogging pants, not jeans. I was like, "Oh fuck that! I can't do that to myself. I'll do it never ever again." But yeah, like of all the gifts that I'm glad that you love, for me, the one that I personally was glad you were happy for was that lamp in the background, because like
Yeah.
that was the one that I was like, this is too good to not give.
Should
This
I
is
go-
too
should
good.
I should I go get a light bulb and test this out?
I mean, if you want to,
That might as
yeah,
well, you know. I mean,
yeah,
I've
just to
yeah.
see if it
I
works.
mean, it's not like I'm gonna go grab like some ice cubes and crack a Pepsi and try out the cup, and we know those things work.
Oh
But
yeah,
the lamp is very important. We got to know if that works. I'm pretty sure it will. But let me wait. Actually, before I go run and get a light bulb, let's make sure that I don't put a light bulb that's gonna like blow this sucker up. Okay. What's the maximum wattage this thing can take? Hold on. Mario got stuck up here. Oh yeah, there's a little Mario in here. I almost forgot about that. That's like the charming part of this thing. There we go.
I wonder if it comes out and then like you could fucking do like one of those Hot Wheel type things where like if you put it on the ground and then you drag it backwards that and you let it go, it just automatically just goes.
Actually, I think the little Mario can come out and the wheels do move. There is.
Oh, okay.
I think it's an actual Hot Wheel. Now that I let me see. Hold on.
It looks like it. I'm pretty sure it is. I
No,
could be wrong.
no, it's not a Hot Wheel, but it's this is a Hot Wheel I have of the little Mario Kart. They're almost identical. Look at that.
Oh man. So now Mario can hop on the other one in case the other one breaks out.
There you go. Oh, if I would have no, you can't. If there's no, it would be cool if there was two bulbs in here. Then I can have a Luigi.
Oh, dude, that would be hilarious.
All
That
right.
would be hilarious.
Let me what is it? Quickly go grab a bulb real quick. Hold on.
All right.
Do.
I'll keep everyone busy in that time.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah. Hey guys, what's up? So man, feels like it's been a while since I've been on here with my buddy. And it's just been great.
Okay. I do not have a light bulb that's compatible with this right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Get the fuck.
To my viewers out there, I apologize. We have vermin in this house. No, we don't. It's just a black cat.
To some people that might be vermin, so
To some. Okay. There we go. All right. Unfortunately, this lamp can only take up to 13 watts. The only thing I have that's an actual light bulb, because the apartment complex that we live in actually has light bulbs pre-installed for our home since we moved here, so we haven't really needed to replace anything. So all I have are 100-watt sockers. Of course,
Well, shit.
Of course, I enjoyed my gift. Ice Mage 25.
I'd say something in the chat for crying out loud. Since it's just me and another person.
Well, no, the other person, I think she already left. We only have one viewer right now, which I think is someone who's lingering in the shadows.
Huh.
I don't know. Unless you have Twitch pulled up on a tab, I don't know, man.
Sadly, no, I don't. I'm not that tech savvy. I actually have a Twitch account. It's just I never really use it because like I don't really go online and advertise myself or like play games on there. Like I just play just for me.
I get it.
So
There we go. You froze for a minute. There we go. I fixed
Oh,
it.
okay. So, yeah. I'm glad you like it, dude, and I hope you enjoy everything.
There we go. Much better. If it does get hot though, I'm gonna take it off. But
Oh, of course, of course.
oh, look, there's a weasel in the background too.
No, I'm just glad you like everything.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do. No, this is like a great. I definitely have a use for all of this,
Yeah.
like down to the T. The bag, since it says it's a weekend bag, I am going away for the weekend, so that does actually serve its purpose. The blanket will be a nice display for the couch. And it'll also protect it from, those little sharp things with claws that you see roaming the background. Leather's expensive.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work, just get some Flex Seal and just
Okay.
it'll just blend in with the couch. No problem. It's not like they'll notice. Anyway.
They'll notice. But I could also use the Flex Seal on the cats.
Like,
Poor little cats.
yeah.
Alrighty, thank you so much, man. I very much appreciate this.
It's no problem. It's the least I could do because, I think the last time we ever gave gifts was Secret Santa, and that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah. So I guess let's move on to the next topic.
All right, let's do it.
So, the Game Awards happened. I want to say it was Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, a week ago already.
Yeah. And it's fine. It was fine. Everything about it was awesome. Game of the year was the Game of the Year winner was It Takes Two. So that
Is that the game? Which one is that? If I always confuse it for a different game.
okay. So have you ever heard of the game No Way Out?
Yes. Oh wait, I think that's the game I'm thinking of. No Way Out is
Yeah.
the prison game, right?
Yeah.
Where you need to play with two people to play the game.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So the same developers that made No Way Out made It Takes Two.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So the I don't know the story of the game, but basically my assumption of this premise of the game is that basically you are a couple who is sucked into this world and your bodies are transformed to some type of thing. I don't know what it is exactly, but basically throughout the game, at least this is from what I heard. I haven't researched this game because it doesn't interest me because I don't play co-op games. Like I've said, I play only single player games.
I know a little bit about it, but let's hear what you've heard about it.
Well, again, I didn't do the research. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, but basically, it's this couple, man and woman, who get transported into a world and basically become they look completely different. They're changed from their human selves. And throughout the game, you find out that I guess the game is a metaphor for just going through a relationship, really. You're just because everything that you do requires two people. So whether it's dialogue or puzzle solving, stuff like that. And so that won Game of the Year, which I'm really, really happy about because the developer is, let's just say, he doesn't. He's not really part of societal norms. He's not someone that he's gonna say what's on his mind and he doesn't give a shit. He's the guy who was the creative director of this game is the same guy who went on the Game Awards and said "fuck you" to the Oscars on the Game Awards openly. I kid you not. When I saw that, I was like, He's like, hey, we can say this. Like, yeah. And like Jeff Keighley, who's the host of the Game Awards, he's like, yeah, you can say this. Like, he goes up to the camera and he's like, fuck you, Oscars, fuck you. And everyone fucking lost their shit because they couldn't believe he was saying this because he was originally a director for Hollywood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, how do
So,
you go
like-
from making a game about breaking out of jail to relationships? That's just like nuts.
Well, again, I'm assuming what the game, that's what the whole premise of the game is. Like,
Yeah.
I've never played it or seen, I've seen the trailer with like some of the gameplay and some of the cinematics, but like that's it. That's what my assumption of the game is. But so yeah, his game won Game of the Year. I don't know who else won like best best sound, best action, best RPG. You know, like to be honest, like I wasn't really interested in it because
Likewise.
because like don't get me wrong, I don't mind watching award shows, but lately like the award shows have gone to the point of like let's just say
No Super Smash Brothers character reveal. It's not an award show.
pretty much. But then again, like Sora was the last.
I know. It
would be hilarious.
crazy.
Oh yeah, it would be hilarious if they announced a brand new character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like, just when you thought I wasn't done,
I know.
I
right?
got something else. So yeah, and so they announced some brand new games. One of which was they announced Wonder Woman, video game. So that one for me personally, I'm really looking forward to that because, as you know, I'm a giant
DC fan.
DC. Yeah, I'm a giant DC fan. Like it, I watched Batman, the 1989 Tim Burton's Batman, on VHS. For those who are of our generation, you know, I watched it on VHS, sitting down, looking up at a screen, and just like being enthralled in that world. Like, and I became a Batman fan ever since. Not just Batman, but
Bad
the
credit
DC.
card.
Oh God, don't even start that shit. Like seriously,
I'm sorry.
like no. Here's the thing: I'm not totally burnt out by those movies, but like the fact that someone thought like, "Hey, let's create a bat credit card," I'm like, okay, but like,
Where's the billing
Really?
as a kid, you think it's cool. But like, okay, where's the billing address for said credit card? The Bat Cave?
yeah, like who's the one that pays the interest? It's like, oh, me, but it goes back to you exactly. So like, it's whatever. But yeah, so they announced a Wonder Woman video game. They announced this game called Nightingale, which looks like it's going to be a first-person open world, build your landscape type of first-person shooter ordeal. Like, and I don't know much about the story other than that you can go in through these portals. Your character looks like it was based in like the old times, so but like you get to carry melee weapons, guns and whatnot, and like you're basically going through the world but through different portals. I don't know if it's through different dimensions or if it's just the same place, but it's like in a different zone or timeline. I'm not sure. What else? They recently announced Alan Wake 2, which is a sequel to the first Alan Wake game. That one, a lot of fans have been asking for years. Not only that, the person who voiced Alan Wake is coming back to not only voice him again, but he's also going to be the facial motion capture of the character. So, like, not only is he going to return to do the voice, but he's also going to be like his likeness
wow.
is going to be in the game.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I didn't see this. I mean, I don't even really know much that was announced at the Game Awards, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so that game is coming out I think next year, I want to say. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain it's going to come out next year. There's probably more, but my mind's drawing a blank. I wish I had written this down, but I was so excited to do this podcast, I was like, you know what? I want to. Oh, that was my phone.
No. I'm seeing my microphone moving, and I'm not moving my lips. So I'm like, I'm hearing street music outside.
Okay. What you call it? But there was one game in particular that really caught my eye because it comes from a developer who has been known to make story-based games. But the problem is that it's coming from a developer where they're making this game off a property that is very well loved, but I don't know what the reception is going to be for it because let's just say this. Well, allow me to explain what it is. The game is called Star Wars Eclipse. It was probably one of the most talked about games that was announced recently at the Game Awards because the game was a complete cinematic trailer. Like, there was no gameplay footage. And if there was, they hit it really, really well. And so this 2.5 minute video or 2 minute 40-second video, I think it's 2.5, basically showed during the days of the High Republic, which takes place 100 years or so before Episode 1, the prequels. So Episode 1, 2, and 3 are the prequels. The High Republic takes place before that. By how many years? I want to say it's like maybe 100 or 200, 300 years ago. So like hundreds of years ago. And so the company that is developing this game is called Quantic Dream. Now, Quantic Dream has been known to make narrative branching single player story based games, which is, right up my alley. And basically their pedigree is like, it's a handful, but it's very well known. So like they've made Heavy Rain, they made Beyond Two Souls, they made Indigo Prophecy, they made Detroit Become Human, which is their most recent one. And basically the premises of these games is that you play as one or more characters, and you basically you can make choices in the game that will alter the storyline. And this isn't like what's it called?
Mass Effect?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Because many of the endings could be different.
Oh, I see.
Because like Telltale Games does something similar, but the problem was that with them, one of the big problems, it's not really a big problem, but like one of the things that pissed off a lot of fans was that like Telltale Games did Guardians of the Galaxy version of their because like they do story branching narrative based games as well, or like the choices you make will ultimately affect what's gonna happen later on in the game.
Right.
But the problem is that with and I'm just gonna let me talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy version first. The problem with that game was that no matter what you did at the end, it was all going to lead up to the same thing. Because there's a moment in the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game was you're going to have to make a choice between going between one of two planets. And if you make a choice to go to one planet, you're going to have a different set of storyline. If you go to another planet, if you pick out the other planet, you go and have a different set of storyline. But at the end, they all converge, and then it's going to be the same thing that's going to end. So, like, there is no deviation whatsoever, really. Like, the only deviation is that you went to this one place and has a different storyline, but then if you go to this one, you have another storyline. But the ending was the same. Like, it didn't deviate, it didn't go anywhere where you thought it was going to go. And so, that was a huge one. The Telltale Games has been known to make story-based, narrative-driven games. So, like, their biggest one that they've been known for was The Walking Dead Season 1, which I never beat for obvious reasons because I have a horrible problem with beating games. But like for me, what was different in that case was that I was trying to figure out how to open up a certain metal locked closet that I needed to get a certain item in there, but unfortunately I couldn't access the keypad because I accessed it one too many times trying to input the code to see if I could figure it out. And then when I went to go back and when I got the code, went back to the closet, went to click on the keypad, and I couldn't. So that was for me the big problem. And I tried to reset it and do it again, but it didn't go through. So I was like, oh, fuck this game. I can't deal with it anymore. Now, with Quantic Dream, they have been known to take characters and basically, if they die in the game, they can die. Like, there's no way of bringing them back. There's no way of resetting them. Like, they die, they die. They live, they live. But ultimately, like, the choices you make actually do have an effect on, like, what's going to happen. And it will eventually happen back later into the game, So, and the reason why I'm talking about it as if it's a problem is because Star Wars is a big, major franchise for Lucasfilm. It's their only franchise besides Indiana Jones. But the problem is that Star Wars is all about canon. Now, for people who don't know what canon is basically like
a piece of military equipment.
At one point it was, but you're missing an N in one of those letters.
Yeah.
But canon, CANON, and I'm not talking about the camera, basically is a rule of law. Like, what happens here, happens here. And you can't, like, deviate from it. Like, it's just one storyline that's going to connect to everything.
Right.
So, like...
And I think another way you could think of it also being canon is because if something is canon to it, whatever you're adding to a timeline, you're basically shooting it into the timeline. Boom.
Well, yeah. That's the whole point of. Well, yeah, that's the whole point of the Star Wars canon timeline, is that it's all one continuous thing, but it's eventually going to lead up to what the movies were. Right. So like, let's say for example, if you made this game during the time of what's it called? If you made a Star Wars game or movie or whatever, or a comic book, let's say, or a novel, and you decided to kill Chewbacca, like you based it between episode 3 and 4, but you decided to kill Chewbacca in this movie or book or whatever, you can't do that because Chewie survives in 4, 5, and 6, so you can't kill him off. Like, then it doesn't become canon; it just becomes an alternate universe. So everything has to be concise to the storyline.
That's true.
Everything from Kenobi training Anakin in episode 1 all the way up to Anakin becoming Darth Vader in episode 3, and then Rogue One, then episode 4, 5, and 6, and then episodes 7, 8, and 9, unfortunately, because a lot of people do not like that Disney trilogy. They don't even acknowledge it for some people. But yeah, so everything has to fit within that timeline. Like, even The Mandalorian, which takes place 5 years after episode 6,
okay,
is still part of the same timeline.
The thing is, though, the new movies.
Yeah, because the whole point of it is that they were trying to create something for the Mandalorian fans, but nothing ever came to fruition. So, and in this one, they decided to they still stuck with the timeline, but they didn't deviate from it. You know what I mean? Because like in season 2 of Mandalorian, the last episode, spoilers who haven't watched it, like a big name character shows up. Like Luke Skywalker shows up, grabs Grogu, the little baby Yoda character, and takes him to train. And we never see anything from them ever again. So spoilers if you're watching this, you haven't seen. You should have seen it because it's so fucking good.
Nope, I wanted to.
But yeah. So that's basically a brief explanation of like what I mean by the timeline of the canon Star Wars universe. Now, in this new game that they have announced, Star Wars Eclipse, no one's really mentioned anything about the story about this game. which is a good thing because I don't want to know anything about it. However, from the trailer, it looks like it's going to take place before the prequel, so before Episode 1. And it's going to be set in the High Republic, which is set back hundreds of years. And one of the reasons why I know this is because in the trailer, they showed a cinematic scene where Yoda is in the circular chair of councils to the Jedi. And like he's just overlooking everyone on Coruscant. Now, the problem with this is that Quantic Dream has been known to take their IPs, which are mostly their own, and basically deviate from like conventional storytelling. So like a choice you make in the game will affect how people react with you and how people will talk to you depending on what you do. So and they're all their own self-contained stories. So like nothing is connected to anything else. With Star Wars, however, that's going to be a problem because you can't just take a story like Star Wars and then create your own little thing. Like it has to. You could, but the problem is that you can't do anything that you can't kill off main characters. You can't alter what's going to come afterwards. You know what I mean? So like, since they showed Yoda in there, if there's an option that you can kill Yoda, guess what? It's not going to work because like Yoda lives on. He's going to live.
True. That is true.
Yeah.
This even goes if you want to go take a game like Metal Gear Solid 3, that's like a prequel. If you kill Ocelot in the past, you get an instant game over because that would be changing the timeline.
Exactly. Like
maybe they'll take a Metal Gear Solid 3 approach with this. I don't know.
I would hope so in terms of like not of certain characters not getting killed because Yoda up until the point of episode 4 or 5, like he dies. Like
I'm going to remove the hat. I'm starting to feel really hot in here indoors in like 70 degree weather.
No, that's fine.
Whew.
Now
Okay.
you know the hack. Now you know the hat can keep you warm.
Yes,
now.
it can. Or too warm.
So you can't kill him off because he's gonna have to show because he shows up in the movies.
That's true.
You know?
You can't kill Yoda.
Can't kill Yoda, so that's gonna be one big rule, obviously. But the problem is that, okay, let's say for example you create this game and you're known for making narrative branches of storytelling. So like basically every choice you make has a consequence within the world. Now, if you do happen to do that, how is it going to react? Like how is it concise? Is it minuscule? Is it a giant big fucking deal? Like, and the problem with this game is that this game won't come out until the next. And I was told about this. It won't come out for the next 3 or 4 years.
Wow, that is, and it was announced at the Game Awards.
Yeah. So like, at least that's what I've been told. Like this game won't come out for the next 3 or 4 years. I was like, why are you announcing this? And I guess they did that to basically just create hype around the game because if you ever watched the trailer, just look up Star Wars Eclipse. It's got like millions of views and people are really talking about it. But the problem is that you're making a game where every choice you make in there is going to ultimately affect the story. And Star Wars has been known for its story, you know.
That's true.
Now here's the thing: if these characters are if they're going to be connected to the universe, but like we never heard of them, but this is like their own version of the storytelling, like no one has mentioned this before in the previous movies, then okay, fine, we can probably go with that. But the problem is that it's not a set, concise story. It's not like you do one mission, then you go to the next one, and then you go to the next one, and it's all connected. Like it can't stray that far. Like, for example, if you were to, let's say, play as a character, and a character makes a certain choice, that when you pick that choice, that it could either end the game or it could cut the game time in half. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't speed up the process for certain things unless you make a certain type of choice. Now it's rare, but it can happen if the game decides to do that. Like I'll give you a best example. You remember Final Destination,
Not the
the
super.
movie?
No, I was about to say.
Okay,
I if you mean Super Smash Brothers, yes. The movie, no.
okay. So in one of the Final Destination movies, when they came out with it, came out of it on when the movie came out on DVD, they gave you the option of like basically which character you wanted to live or die.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the only way you could pick it was like you had to take your remote and then basically just use the directional pad
Yeah.
and pick left or right of whether or not you want them to live or die.
Hmm.
Or if there's a certain scenario you could like it could be dangerous or they could avoid it. And the crazy part about it was like this was like probably this is probably the first interactive movie that I've ever been a part of. Like literally, I kid you not, the moment the movie started, there was an option where you could kill everyone or not kill everyone. And like if you killed everyone, the movie automatically
Went to the credits.
it didn't just go to the credits. It gave you a picture of what everyone's character was, and then gave you a synopsis of what happened afterwards. Like you didn't see the movie, like it just ended right there. Like you can't do that.
Wow.
And that's just the movie.
How did that movie serve well in theaters? Is there like a canonical like story that you?
Man, dude, you know what? I don't know. It's
Okay.
that movie came out a while ago, like
Yeah,
a long time ago.
I know.
Like I can't really give you like
I'll have to look into this.
yeah, but like, and like so with that as an example, you can't do that in this game. If there is an option of doing that, okay, great. But the problem is that you have to do a completely new characters. You can't use characters from the past that are alive during this timeline, and then somehow they show up and they don't mention them or they don't say anything. And if they do, it's going to affect everything. And again, this game is not gonna come out for some time. So, because like in Detroit Become Human, like you play as one of 3 androids or robots. And basically, depending on the choice, they could fuck up or they could die. And the story will go on. Now, I don't know if like all of them can die or if it's only one of them that can die. Like I don't know. But the problem is that like with Star Wars Eclipse, I don't know. And again, like if this is the case, is it canon? And if it is canon, then you're going to run into a problem because someone who plays this game, like no 2 people are going to play the same route.
That's true. Yeah.
Unless they limit the routes, like more often times than not, like it's going to be a very, very minute amount of people who are going to play the same route that you do. And if they do, like it's going to be hard because like I think Quantic Dreams makes really good story-based games because like their pedigree is shown. But the problem is that when you're dealing with a massive property like Star Wars, it's gonna be really, really tricky. Because how can you make a game that's based off choices that that's going to be based off the choices that you make that will alter the story of what's to come? Because from just what I've seen from the trailer is that this so-called Eclipse thing that's going to happen is supposed to be some type of major event in this High Republic. Like, and I haven't read any of the High Republic books or comics or novels or whatever. Like, I've done next to no research for this series. Set for Star Wars, set in the High Republic. It doesn't interest me, unfortunately. And for a lot of people, it doesn't interest them either. Because the only thing that I know is this rock. I kid you not. This is an actual character. I wish I was making this shit up. Is a rock named Geode. Rock. It has no facial features. It doesn't like. You know how like certain rocks have veins where like they have like minerals and whatnot, like you know how when you like dig and like you have minerals and ores and whatnot that are like veins inside of rocks.
I
Like
guess.
you don't see that in Geode. Like he's just a rock. And for some odd reason, like people understand him. Like the only way you see him move is if like you turn your head and then you move and then he's
Wait,
and
so,
then he's up.
so there's a character in Star Wars called Geode, and it's a fucking rock.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just a
looking this
rock.
up. I'm looking this up right now. I gotta see this.
It's called Geode, Geode. It is the most ridiculous character that people have ever seen because no one knows anything about him other than that he's just a rock. And when he talks, it talks like he has no mouth. Like you don't see anything. He's just a rock.
For those of you out there, hold on. Oh, there we go. He's just a fucking rock. That's Geode. He's just a fucking rock.
Yeah, that's it.
What have they done to my favorite franchise? Is right, Lauren.
Like, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. I've never seen Star Wars get roasted so much for that. For what they're doing, like literally, just a rock is an actual character. Like, are you that brain dead of ideas that you just decide to create something out of nowhere like that?
I mean,
Like,
that's that they're trying to top the screaming trash can robot.
I guess, but like,
Not with a rock.
you have to give some type of visual look. Like, there's a character, I kid you not, who is a mechanic in the movies. In the movies, not in the comic books, not in the animated shows, not even in the games. There's an actual character, I kid you not, who looks like a giant sloth that is a mechanic, but he has no arms or legs.
Maybe he's, good with his mouth.
Like he's a mechanic working on a ship.
Space? Telekinesis? I don't know.
Well, there is no such thing as telekinesis in this world. It's called the Force. But the problem is,
see, there you go. There's your answer. The Force.
But here's the thing: you don't see him working on the ship. He's just there.
That's
and
true.
Yet he's a mechanic. But you don't see him using the Force to lift, and he's just this giant snail. Like, come on, man! Like, how do you fuck that up?
I mean, then you might as well say the same thing about RPG games, like any of them. Like you go to the shop to buy your shit, and you talk to the guy right at the front counter. You don't go around the little store that they, decorated for you to make you feel like you're in a store. You talk to a guy that pulls shit out of, infinitely from his asshole and says, "Here you go. That'll be 500 gold."
But yeah, but if that's the case, but at least in video games, you have some type of visual cues of.
That's true.
You're
in a shop, but you got to downscale it for video game logic.
Yeah, at least it makes sense. In this one, it's like you created just a rock. Like you don't see him.
That's the most pathetic character I've ever seen. I mean, I'm sorry, but Stump from the Angry Beavers and Plank from Ed, Ed and Eddie trump this guy already.
It makes no sense.
At least they have faces. One is carved in, and the other one's made of crayon, and it has more personality than this fucking piece of rock.
Like you don't know, like what they say he speaks, but like there's no bubbles. Like in the comics, like where he shows, like you don't see him speak, and like when you see him move, everyone has to like turn their head when they're talking to each other, and then they turn back, and boom, he's somewhere else. Like, oh, he moves, but like he's got no arms or legs.
Or he's like Snaily Patrick's rock from that one episode where he won the race while the other snails were all, fucking around basically, and then the rock wins.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know the character I told you about, the mechanic with no arms who looks like a sloth?
Yeah.
I can't remember who said this. Someone said this, and like he basically looked like an uncircumcised dick. Like just with a sweater around him. Like That's how weird this fucking character looked. And I was like,
Wow.
and he's a mechanic with no force powers, but somehow is able to operate on a ship. And this is in the movies. Okay? In the movies. He's not in a comic book. He's not in an animated series.
This is the Disney movies.
Yes. In the Disney sequel trilogy. He's like, I kid you not. I was like, how? How the fuck do you do that?
Geo2, or this is a comic book?
No, Geode is just in the comics and in the novels. Like, there's visual, like, he's visually just a rock. Like, he has no eyes, no mouth, no arms, no nothing. He just moves around as a rock. Like, it's so fucking stupid.
It is stupid.
But, like, yeah, like, that's besides the point. Like, for me, it's like, okay, set it in the High Republic. But, like, the Eclipse has to be a big deal in this franchise. It has to be. Because if something like this is going to happen on a galactic scale, someone in this game has to have told someone in the main storylines as on a whim of some sort. Like, it has to be. You can't just create something and then have it contained, but not have it be a part of something larger than what's going to happen before.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Especially in Star Wars. Usually, if this was its own original IP that wasn't based off of any comic book or novel or some type of franchise of some sort, I would 100% be like, okay, I'm in. Like Indigo Prophecy, Detroit,
or just say this is in canon and be done with it. Then that'd be great.
But here's the problem. Star Wars is all about story and canon. If it's not canon, Star Wars fans will be fucking pissed because you're basically taking, like, the only exception of a Star Wars game that I've seen that has that is canon, but like not 100% quite like canon is well, it is canon, but the problem is that it's mentioned very, very little is Battlefront 2. Like, it had a story campaign about like this planet where like you play as this ex-Empire pilot who is special forces, but then she turns and goes to she turns and goes to the rebellion and helps them out because the Empire decided to blow up one of her home planets.
Oh wow.
And it gets mentioned in the Mandalorian series, but that's it. Like, there's no mention of the character or her friends or this, that, or whatever. Like, that's fine. But the thing is, though, with Battlefront 2, besides the canon aspect of the story mode, the canon aspect of Battlefront 2 is that all the places that you saw in the movies, you could actually like go there and fight with as a playable level. Not only that, you could also play as main characters from the movies and use them to fight each other. You know what I mean? But with Star Wars Eclipse, it's going to take place hundreds of years before. We don't know if this is going to take place on Coruscant. We don't know if it's going to take place on a new system that we don't know about. We don't know about anything about the characters of who they're going to be. We don't know nothing, and that's the problem. Like, all we know is that it takes place between before the High Republic, because we saw Yoda in the scene, and that's it. Like, no one,
yeah,
and no one knows except for the people that are working on it. That's it.
Yeah, they're gonna probably keep it since I'm guessing Disney has some involvement since they own Star Wars.
At the very least, the only thing that I think Disney has involvement in is just the licensing.
Okay, so that's good. They're gonna keep their mitts out of it, I hope.
And remember, Quantic Dream is not an American company. Quantic Dream is a French company.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how it's going to be or what the stories are going to entail, but it's the only thing I can hope that is that it doesn't deviate much from the main storyline, which is the Skywalkers. Because if it involves them in some way or form, and we don't know about it, people are going to be fucking pissed.
True, true.
You know, but again, that's just my take on it. So
Yeah, I mean, if gamers, at least Nintendo fans have been dedicated and been waiting for Metroid Prime 4. So a couple years like this is probably going to be like nothing to them. But the fact that they are going to take this long to make the game gives me some promise, I guess. You know?
yeah, I can see it. It's just that again, when you're dealing with story-based games, like when you're dealing with Star Wars-based games in particular, fans are going to be very, very vocal about it. And here's the thing: I don't want to get too political about this thing, but the company that's making it, the head of this company, or I think he's the creative director. Um, let's just say he had I don't know if he still has allegations, but he's had previous allegations of like misconduct in his company, you know. And
Wow.
the problem, and since that Star Wars is a big name company, Lucasfilm is a big name company since now it's owned by Disney. People have online tried to want to boycott this because the person who owns this company is making this game, and they want to boycott him because of alleged, misconduct. You
Right,
know,
right.
because they don't want him working on this thing because they think that he's going to put his ideals, his values, his whatever on this game. Because like he said some stuff in the past that was kind of like not great, but like at the same time, it's like he hasn't really made a bad game.
That's
He really
true.
hasn't. Like Indigo Prophecy, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human. Like,
I've actually been wanting to play a Heavy Rain, but I never get around to it. That's another one of those games that's in my backlog.
yeah, like I have that game as well on my I think
PS3.
on my uh I don't know my PS3, my PS4 probably, but like, you know,
That's how far back I have it backlogged.
yeah. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on it. Is there anything else you want to
I
bring
mean,
up before we leave? Because I have about an hour to get ready to go and see Spider-Man No Way Home.
oh yeah, that I can't. Don't tell me anything about it.
Oh, I won't. I
I
won't.
just recently saw Far Away from Home. That's the name of the other one, right? The one
Far from
before
home.
Far from Home. Yes, and I got really hyped for it because I'm ready to see it this month.
You won't be disappointed in that movie. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no, because I mean I've seen the ending the other night. I was like, damn, it's crazy. And the after credits ending from the other movie, so it's
Yeah.
fresh in my mind. I'm ready for the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh, can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. So anything before we leave?
I mean, I've heard people complain that Nintendo had no almost nothing to do with the Game Awards, but the only thing I have actually seen from the Game Awards that sparked my interest a little bit was Sonic Frontier, I believe the name of the game was.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't believe I missed that one.
Oh
Sonic
no, it's
Frontier is
okay.
yeah, Sonic Frontier, from what I've been told, is going to be an open world.
I
Uh
could see it looks like they copied and pasted like bits of like that new Kirby game, some Breath of the Wild, shuck in some Skyrim, and add some Dr. Eggman robots and Sonic and say, here you go, Sonic, go run. But you know
yeah.
what? Sonic Forces looked really good with the cinematic trailer and all that. And it was borderline '06. Like, I don't know if you remember how bad Sonic '06 was, as far as gameplay wise was. Oh,
Ye-
there's a whole thing on that. If you're in the dark about that, more power to you. You do not want to know about Sonic '06. Like for
Yeah,
me, for
unfortunately.
me, I was always a very big Sonic the Hedgehog fan back in middle school. No, not middle school. My apologies. High school, really. That's when I really got into the character, and I played the ports of Sonic Adventure 2 and 1, and then the collection game, so I got to experience the stuff I missed and all in one package, which was awesome. That I think was Sonic at his peak when I got into him. But then when the Wii came out, or no, but even before that, when I saw a game like Sonic Riders, it was just like, had a great story. This would have been a great like direct to DVD movie, but no, they said no, let's cash out and make a game out of it. Well, they could have did both, but either way, I was like, okay, you got like a nice story, kind of, but it's mostly just running around in a circle on a board. And then the next game after that was supposed to technically be, in a way, a spiritual successor to Sonic Adventure, and it was a broken mess. Like, the story was cringy at most, where Sonic had a human, not that it should matter, but he had a human love interest in that movie. Not movie. That's how bad it was. It's not a movie. It's a game. He had a human love interest. So I was like, damn. I'm like, they're going back old school.
Yeah.
Because originally Sonic was supposed to have like a humanoid woman to be his partner in the games, actually. But there's many platforms to explore that on, and we're not going to touch that since you have to catch a movie soon.
Yeah.
But yes, getting to my point, Sonic Forces looked like it was going to be good, and it turned out to be utter trash. I mean, I trucked through it just because I wanted to finish experiencing the story and, play with my avatar and get through the game. The avatar had like very little to do in the game. It was, just shoehorned in there for all the Sonic fans who have like personas and shit, in my opinion, at least. But this game does look nice, but the lack of gameplay and all this extra stuff, that we really want to see, and that it's not coming out until I think next year, it really makes me treble a little bit.
Yeah, if there's one thing I've learned about trailers, specifically game trailers, video game trailers, is that if they give you a cinematic trailer and they don't show any gameplay footage whatsoever,
abide what they say. They have a little disclaimer there. This is not actual gameplay footage.
True.
Abide by that.
True. No, that part I'm fully aware of. I'm not discounting that. It's just that when it comes to video game trailers, if they only show cinematic trailers and not like any actual gameplay, then that's a cause for concern. At least for me, because like, don't get me wrong,
it is.
When I saw the Star Wars Eclipse trailer, I loved it. I really did. But the problem is that, again, it's a cinematic trailer. I don't even think there was a single frame of. There was probably one frame that I saw in there that actually had actual gameplay footage, but like I could be wrong, because like a majority of that, like when I watched it, I was like, this looks more like a movie than like a video game. I was like, because I remember seeing the Sonic Frontier video game. I was like, okay, you're showing us the level, the level design, like the spires, the open fields, the tracks and obstacles and whatnot. But like, where's Sonic? Like, where's Tails? Where's Knuckles? Where's Shadow? If he's even in this game, like where are they? And like, you're not showing that. You're just showing the level and its details and designs. That's it. Like, that's not enough. Like, you could show us those things and like, oh, okay, it's there, but like, if we don't see how it plays, we're not interested at all. I mean, not only that, like, I just found out, like, I think it was like yesterday or maybe this morning. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's probably yesterday. They just Ubisoft just announced that they're remaking Splinter Cell for PS5, Xbox Series X, the newer generation systems. I was like, cool. But like, at least it's an announcement for it, but like, it's not a cinematic trailer. You know, we want gameplay footage. We want to see something be playable. Showing us a cinematic trailer is not going to do shit for us. All you're going to do is just show us like, oh, this game is going to be great. It's going to look awesome. It's going to look this. It's going to be that. But like, if you don't show us what it looks like in game, if you don't show us what it looks like while the character's moving, its actions, its button presses, all that, you're going to piss off a lot of people. Like, we see a lot of pizzazz, but we don't see any substance. You know what I mean? At least that's what I think.
I get what you're saying, 100%.
But yeah, like,
Yeah, I mean that basically that's all I can remember from the Game Awards that leaked into my newsfeed.
yeah. Well, it's before we go, I just wanted to say it's been great talking to you.
Yeah, likewise.
It's been great that we get to do this podcast again after
A short little hiatus.
Yeah, you know, and I'm glad you loved your gift, man.
Oh, it feels like it was more than one gift. But I gotta clean it up right after we get off here.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get ready.
Oh, you go get ready. I'm gonna go get this cleaned up and put away nicely.
All right.
All right.
Take care, man, and take care to everyone else.
Take care, everybody.
Till next time.
Till next time.